Hey guys, my name's Niondil, and today I have another redstone video for you, but this one was inspired by a comment that was left by Wired Elliot on my last video, asking that I figure out how to make a Lectern-powered armor picking station. Now, you can already see I've started work on that, but I got to where I had a couple modules already in place, and I came across a couple problems that I wanted to figure out, but instead of just getting this thing 100% done and then showing it to you in a tutorial, I figured I'd show you how to make the modules I already have, and then have you walk through the rest of it and the problem solving with me. That way we can kind of learn this together. Alright, so I'm just going to go over some of the basics with you real quick. So a lectern was a block added in Minecraft 1.14 where you could place a signed or unsigned book on it and you could have other people come up and just read it real quick. The interesting thing about lecterns though is they emit a redstone signal when you have a comparator on the back based on the page that you're at. So right now we're just on page 1, so we just emit a signal of 1, but then if we hop over to page 2, we send our signal out a little bit further, and it just divides it up by the normal max signal strength. So we can kind of figure out where we need to have our system pulling from based on what page we're at. And right now, I just have the page for leather, iron, gold, and diamond. And you can add more in there, and I'll show you how to add more later. But for right now, I'm just going to start with this 4-page concept, and we'll go from there. So my thought so far is pretty simple. I have the lectern hooked up right here to the redstone line, and then I have a little wall here with some armor stands in there. We're going to have armor on each one. In fact, let me get that set up for you real quick. Okay, so I have all the armor stands filled with their respective armors, and we've got the leather starting here, then iron, then gold, then diamond. So right here, we're at page 1, which means it's only emitting a signal of 1, and we have that running into a redstone repeater, which runs a signal line going down through, activating a couple pistons, or more deactivating them because we have that inverse mechanic on it, which shows off the leather armor. If we take away that redstone signal, you see that it closes up. Then if we hop over here and go to the iron armor page, it actually opens up the iron armor section over here as well. The problem that I'm facing is I need to finish getting gold and the diamond modules in place, and that'll be pretty easy. I'll show you that real quick. And then I need to figure out a way to have it close everything except the one that is active. Alright, so if we hop on over here, you can kind of see the little system I've got going. So if we set this just to the leather right now, you can see we only have the signal coming out that first block. Repeater then runs into a redstone line. If we follow this redstone line around, it goes into this block here, which has a redstone torch on the other side, which powers the piston right underneath there. And then you can kind of follow these green blocks up and around into this little chain, and that goes up into this redstone torch right here, which powers this piston. So the first line's pretty simple. The second one I had to do a little bit of variation on just because of how we're lined up, but this is actually going to be the main design for the modules. And again, if we go and switch this over to the iron armor page, the redstone signal pushes out to this point, powers the repeater, which sends a signal through this block, through this redstone, so on and so forth, up into this, and then again, if we hop on down here, you can see it goes down here as well. So these modules are actually pretty simple to build. They look a little twisty, but in reality, they're just a couple torches and some dust. So what you're going to want to do is grab a sticky piston, and we need to place it right here facing down on the block that you want to push down in front of the armor stand. And then we can clear out our scaffolding. And if we come over here now, we can mine down a bit. We'll go 3 into it. This one right here is where our armor stand is, so we want to kind of go around that. We don't want to break that block. And then if we break this, you can see we're right on the front, so we'll put that back and we'll put our piston in place right like so. Now I'm going to grab one of my red concretes. This is just what I use to mark where my torches are, and then a torch. Power that piston, and then we'll just, oh, wrong block. And then we'll just kind of back our way out here. And that is the bottom one done. And then this top one, same thing, grab some of your building block, and then a torch, and that powers that. Just so you guys know, I'm running different colored concretes for the routes to decide which armor is visible. That's mainly because I want to know which line runs where without being confused. I'm using green for leather, and then the light gray for iron. I'm using yellow for gold, and then I've got a cyan for diamond. The reason I suggest doing this when you have these kind of intricate redstone wiring builds is because you could easily forget which redstone piece goes where and break the wrong line. This just makes it to where I know if it's on a gray block, it is running to the iron doors. Alright, so you're going to want to come out 1 underneath there and then 2 here, and we can break that block. And then we're going to go up 1 right here. And then with this one, I just ran down into the side like that because of how close this port was. This module, you just need to make it to where it will connect to wherever this line is. So for this one, it's going to be fairly simple because I can just kind of run it out like this. And then we want to run this back down to the torch right there as well. In order to get it to go down to this bottom area here without intersecting with these lines, all I'm going to do is just break these 2 blocks right there, and we'll mark that out with our redstone line. It's not going to be terribly complex if you have to do it like that. Like I said, you're just going to want to have to change the modules up a little bit just to make sure you don't interfere with the wrong one. And right here you can see we actually have an issue where if I place a piece of dust right here, those are going to connect, so I need to find a way to run this without touching that one. The simple solution being to just place a block in the way so it doesn't connect. You can do that just by kind of running one like so, and then digging underneath it, and even though those would normally connect through the block there, because there's something blocking it, it won't. I make use of those kind of jerry-rigged, no connecting platforms all the time, so if you see a lot of those random hanging blocks, they're probably important. So this area right here is the last spot that you can see we have a redstone signal slightly when we have it switched to the gold armor page. So if I place a repeater right here, it'll refresh that signal, put it into this block here, and then we can just run our dust along our yellow track. Run it up the stairs to the piston up top, and you can hear that one deactivate. And then we can run it underneath here as well and get to the piston on the bottom. There we go. And then if we fly over here to the front, you can see that that is now going to be revealed as well. And again, same exact thing for the diamond module. We're going to place a sticky piston facing down on that covering block, place our building material, the torch, and then we're going to grab our cyan concrete just to make this easier again, build our little staircase out, and then we're just going to hop down right like so, get our piston in place, concrete, torch, you get the drill. All right, so to get down to this bottom level again, we're going to do the same thing pretty much we did with the gold. I'm going to break that block there and then just kind of replace these with our cyan. All right, and then we can come over here and start running our line out here to go to the gold. And when I say gold, I of course mean diamond. I'm just losing my mind. Place our repeater in there. We'll go switch this over here to the diamond page. You can see this gets powered, and then we'll just run our dust along. Now, I'm worried that our dust is going to fall short on redstone's signal because of how long this last route is. Yeah, right there. So we'll just make an easy fix and put another repeater in place, and then we can finish running. That's the top piston deactivated. And now this bottom one, I'm going to do a little bit of a different method for it. That'll actually probably be a little easier than this twisting one. I'll just show you guys how to do it real quick. So because we have redstone signal going on top of this block is powered. If we place another repeater right like that, then we can actually carry the signal out from there. So we'll place this right here and then just run that like so. It's a lot easier than trying to twist it around if you can avoid it, but sometimes the twisting is actually easier than figuring out where the repeater and block powers are going to go. But so that is the module selection system all done. I'll show you again. If we come on over back to leather, only leather shows up. Iron, we get iron. Gold, we get gold. Diamond, we get diamond. Now the problem we have is if you select the iron, for example, both of these will be visible. If you select diamond, all 4 armors are visible. We only want the one that you have selected to currently be visible. So I need to figure out a way to cut off the redstone signals going to each individual one when the further one is powered. This will be interesting. The easy way to do that is, like I said, kind of with these blocks cutting off the signal, is to just push a block or pull a block that is important. But we don't want to move one that has redstone dust on it. So we might have to switch something out here. Okay, so I think I figured out a way to activate and then deactivate iron appropriately. So yeah, this piston pushes and pulls up this block here, which comes directly out of the feed. So if we deactivate that, it's going to close iron off. And if we reactivate it, then it's going to open it up. So now all we really need to do here is a super simple little design. Just run this torch right into the gold line like so. And then in theory, when we go to gold, gold opens up and iron closes. Awesome. Okay, so we have 1 out of 3 closing modules needed done. Fantastic. All right, now we need to figure out a way to close the leather one when iron is selected. So if I replace this here with the red concrete just to carry that signal, we're carrying that signal anyway. How are we carrying? Okay, I found the culprit. So it's this block there carrying the signal through from the iron line into this line as well. I did not foresee that being an issue, so... Okay, I think I figured it out. I just had to run gold back a little bit and then twist iron around just a tiny, tiny bit more to get that in place. This is what I mean by I could walk you guys through how to do it, but you kind of need to just run your own twisting redstone. But hopefully you're still kind of learning how to figure this out. We have iron selected and leather not, because we have this piece broken, which means if we place a red to act as our power, that does absolutely nothing. Why? Well, but actually this will work. This will work because I put a step in place, so I can carry that down like that. And then if we put a block here just to block it off. Yeah, that works. That works. So I'm going to put a red so that I know that it's different from the rest of the line. And then sticky piston. Now activating this is going to be a little on the tricky side, so I think I'm going to have to run out past my line a little bit. Okay, I think that did it. Yeah, okay, so now we have leather selected, only leather. Iron selected, opens iron, closes leather. Gold selected, opens gold, does not close iron because I don't know I should have that in place. And I got myself a Dr. Pepper because I need me thinking juice. Hashtag not sponsored. Okay, so I need to figure out why the heck this piston... It's like it's being locked and needs an update or something. But the problem with that is that is a problem, because I need to be able to reliably deactivate that piston. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got something. I think maybe I've got something. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I maybe have something. It was okay. Yeah. If I go to iron, then we just have iron. If I go to gold, then iron closes. Okay, we're good. I figured it out. I don't know why that wasn't working before, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't. All right, so we have iron and leather closing when they have a higher powered signal going to them, and now we just need to work on diamonds doing the same thing, which I feel like will be a lot easier because all we need to do is close off the gold line before it reaches there, and the gold line is nowhere near as twisty as these guys since it just comes right here. I seriously think I can do this super simply by if I just place that and then a repeater and then a sticky piston, nope, torch it, and then like that. Is that a better idea? Because now we have gold there and then diamond. Okay. Now we're working. All right, so technically, this thing's all done, and it looks way more complex than I thought it was going to when I originally took on the idea. But I actually really like it. The only problem we have is these piston arms being visible, and I'm not quite sure the best way to cover them up, because if I just put a block in the way, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great. Because I don't dislike that, but I don't like that, you know? What about stairs? If I did some, like, stairs like that, that's not so bad. Well, I don't know why I'm doing cobblestone stairs, though. Cobblestone stairs, that is bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. I think I like the right way facing ones more. Add a little bit of depth up top, too. I wonder, can comparators receive power through a block like the Lectern? Oh, they can! Oh yeah, that makes it even better. Move the Lectern back a block, put that back on there, and then we just carry this up like that, and then we can have absolutely no visible redstone, and that is always good fun. And then again, making sure it still works. Iron opens iron, gold opens gold, and diamond opens diamond. Fantastic. I could play with this thing all day. I'm just having fun now. And of course, no good medieval styled armor hiding build like this would be complete without adding a little bit of an epithet to each name. So we have the leather armor of the thief, iron armor of the arena, gold armor of the king, and diamond armor of the hero. And then we put that in place, and you can see how we go. Now, I'm definitely a bit of a thiefy guy in normal games, and I like the arena, but I just gotta go with the gold armor for the king. I just like the way that it looks, even though I know it's not the most effective in Minecraft, but what can I say? It does shine. Alright, well thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I also hope you learned something watching me just kind of go along and figure this out. I know normally the videos are more of a structured tutorial as I've already built the thing, but I also really enjoyed this concept of bringing you guys along on the journey. I think it's a little more involving and personal, and I just kind of like that. But if you are more of the fan of the structured tutorial of, you know, I already have built the thing, I know what I'm doing with it, then let me know about that and I'll make some more of those videos as well. It's just kind of a mix of whatever you guys want versus what's fun to make. So just let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Like I said, this video was entirely brought on by a request in the comments on my bone meal farm. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see and I'll get going on that. I do have a build over here that I worked on because I was really bored one day and I'm going to make a video on it eventually. A little bit of a sneak peek of the area. See if you can figure out what this is for. Alright, so here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go in the comments and write down what you think this plot is intended to be used for. My next redstone video is going to be on this whole design and concept. So let me know what you think it is before I release the video, and the first person to say it correctly will get their comment pinned. Let the games begin! But it's only with this new leather deactivation route that I put in that it's acting funky. I think. So what did I didn't even put anything in that touches that.